Welcome to my weekly Chapter 1 series. I'm Nikki Rich. I'm the author of Soraya, the Unshakable Catalyst, which is inspired by true life experiences. I'm also the creator of the Shift Method, a practical approach to calming the nervous system and understanding ourselves more deeply. Each week, I will read a chapter from each of my novels and put it up on YouTube. And as the channel grows, I will also read a chapter of my Shift Method book, which is on a personal growth. As you can hear, I'm not a professional narrator. I'm the author, and I'm reading my own stories. This is novel number 3, The Letter I Never Sent. The quiet courage of facing what we hide. Some letters are never mailed. Some truths are never spoken. Yet the words we keep inside often shape our lives more than the ones we say aloud. If you enjoy heartfelt fiction, emotional healing, resilience, and stories that inspire transformation, I hope you will join me each week. Chapter 1. The letter I hid from myself. I want you to imagine this with me for a moment. A letter, not just any letter, but one I never sent. Not because I forgot or lost it, but because it was never really meant for anyone else. It was a letter I never dared to write, to the part of myself I was too scared to face. I carried it around for years, tucked inside the tightest corners of my heart, wrapped in silence and avoidance. I thought if I didn't speak those words, if I didn't write them down, maybe they do disappear. Or maybe I could disappear from them. But words don't work that way. They don't just vanish. When we refuse to say them, instead they live in the spaces between breath and thought, waiting, pressing quietly against our chest, until we can't ignore them anymore. That letter was all of my hidden truths. The parts of me I ran from, shame I buried so deep, I barely remembered it was there. Wounds I convinced myself had healed but hadn't, and fears that shaped every decision I made without me ever realizing it. I wasn't brave enough to face those words for a long time. I was afraid what would happen if I looked that closely at the woman I had become. Would she be someone I could forgive? Would she be someone I even wanted to know? So I stayed silent. I lived my days pretending the letter didn't exist. Pretending I was whole, but the letter lived on, just beneath the surface. A quiet weight that tugged at the soul every time I tried to forget. One day I finally sat down to write it, not to anyone else, but to me. In that moment, that act of putting the pen to paper was the beginning of everything changing. Because sometimes the hardest letters to write are the ones we send to ourselves. If you're reading this now or listening to it, maybe you carry a letter like mine. Maybe you have words inside you don't want to face, or truths that feel too heavy to hold. I want you to know you're not alone. That letter is waiting for you too. And maybe, just maybe, it's time to write it down. Because healing begins in the moment when we finally stop running from ourselves. And here I'm giving you a glimpse of my chapter 2, Secrets Behind Closed Doors. There are some secrets so deeply buried that even when you begin to forget, they have never existed. The letter I wrote held one of those secrets, a truth I had locked away behind doors so firmly shut I barely remembered what lay inside. For years, those doors stood between me and a part of myself I wasn't ready to face. I told myself that if I ever opened them, if I ever acknowledged that hidden room, I could stay safe. I could stay whole, or at least pretend to be. I truly hope you enjoyed the chapter. If you did, subscribe to my channel and like the video. The more subscribers and likers, the more I'm going to be encouraged to keep reading. All my novels and books are available on Amazon.